Yo, what is everybody? It's your boy Anubis, the Game Archer here with a brand new video for you guys today, and welcome to my channel. Do all the things the algorithm likes, and I hope you all enjoy today's content. Today we got an impression video for the Gundam Evolution game that came out on Xbox and PS5 a couple months ago. It's on PC for a longer time period, but finally got around to playing it. I want to do like a video just to like give my first impressions of it. It's not a review. I don't want to consider that. Basically, what it's like playing the game and how I feel about it, and things like that. So if you're a fan of Gundam, stick around. If you're not a fan of Gundam, still stick around and see if you'd be interested in this game. So I hope you all enjoy the video. Let's get into this shit. So recently I decided to check out the new Gundam game that came out on console a couple months ago. As I said before, this Gundam game is heavily compared to Overwatch, and you don't have to play it long to figure out why. Gundam Evolution is a first-person objective-based shooter, or just team-based shooter for short. There are about 18 Gundams in the game at the time of recording. A good bit of them are locked behind a grind wall or paywall, as in you either have to play this game super heavy just to unlock one of those locked Gundams, or spend real money to get them. The locked Gundams are some of the best in the game, so in that context, this game is pay to win. Sure, a good player can make do with the default Gundams, but having good Gundams locked behind a paywall still makes the game pay to win. Argue with the wall, argue with God, or your mama to argue with me. Just saying, if any kind of video game, not just this game, if there's characters blocked behind a paywall who are definitely good in the game, it's pay to win. There are 11 maps in the game with very basic design. Some of them are easy to spawn trap on. We'll talk about that in a bit. In terms of actual gameplay, though, the game feels very, very fun, very fine. It feels smooth for the most part. I didn't really experience any lag. During my playtime, I enjoyed myself. I said during my live stream, which you should follow on Twitch, probably link will be in the box below, Monday, Thursday. I said in my live stream on Twitch that the game, though decent, leaves you with that feeling of this is cool, but it plays like a game that is better than it, and I'd much rather play that better game. So what that means is basically you'll enjoy the game, but you'll feel like you're playing like basically a cheap knockoff Overwatch, and it's like, I'm much rather just play Overwatch than instead of playing this game. Why would I invest my time into this Gundam game? It has, especially if you're not a Gundam fan, why would I waste my time playing this game and trying to grind down to unlock these characters who are, the good characters in the game? I can just play Overwatch and enjoy that if you are someone who prefers Overwatch. Really, the game will not interest anyone who isn't a Gundam fan, from just being like blunt with you. Because of that, there's a low player base, and that low player base isn't helped by the lack of crossplay. This game doesn't have crossplay, which is a huge flaw, and it's weird because if it did, that would help with the matchmaking time queue, because your queues can be long. So by the fact that it doesn't have crossplay, people who are Xbox are playing just with people on Xbox, so Xbox is known to like not do great when it comes to Japanese titles. So there's already going to be a low player base for the game on Xbox. I'd imagine the player base is pretty low on PC, and I imagine it's also low on PS4. So it will make more sense to have crossplay, so you can have all those people, that low player base together, so at least feel bigger than it is. But also, since the player base is so small, there's no skills matchmaking. So you can have games where people who just installed the game are playing against those who have been playing the game regularly and spend money to get better Gundams. So let's rewind back to talk about the gameplay a little bit. I didn't try out every Gundam in the game, but I did try out a few of the Gundams who I thought drew my attention just via the way they look in the description they have for them. One of the Gundams in the game plays very much like Mercy from Overwatch. I think it's called like Methods. The buildings from Methods are like a repair cable that works similar to Mercy's healing tether. This cable not only heals other Gundams, but revives the ones who are down but not out. Gundams that have not been fully destroyed. Downside of this ability, though, is if another Gundam happens to cross the path of who you're trying to heal or revive, the tether will automatically switch to that other Gundam, which can cause a lot of frustrations and annoyance, where it's like, I'm trying to heal somebody, I'm trying to revive somebody, someone crosses my freaking path, and now that person just down here trying to heal before. So it's like, I tried to be a good healer, I tried to be a good support, but this game's mechanics are dumb. Another ability this character has is they can transform into like a flying drone, which is pretty cool. Methods also comes with a deployable gun turret, a decent machine, a pistol, primary weapon, and they're all provides a boost to a single teammate. Another character I tried out is the Zanku Ranged. Zanku Range is a close quarter specialist with two variants in the game. Another one called Zanku Melee. The free version is based on gun weapon damage and has a lot of damage output, but is balanced out by having a weapon that runs through its mag very quickly, has a dash melee move, as an alt, a smoke discharge that covers them so you can break out of combat, and a concussive damage grenade you can use to clear enemies or finish off a target who's low on health. I haven't played the second variant known as Zaku Melee because I'm not spending money on this game, and where you can get the characters is if you spend money on this game. And from what I was told by someone who came to my live stream, they said he's actually a pretty broken character. So again, feeding the flames of the game being pay to win when someone who's apparently broken is locked behind paywall. Another one I tried out was Pale Rider. Pale Rider is a mid-range Gundam with a decently strong bullpup SMG. I compared this character a bit to Soldier and Overwatch when it comes to like the all, it's kind of similar. Pale activates what's called Hades, which gives it increased movement speed and better performance from your primary weapon for bursts of time. Basically, just you get this boost in damage. Pale Rider also comes with an EMP grenade that slows down movement of all enemies affected, a hand grenade that basically does the same as Zaku's range grenade without the concussive effect, and lastly a droppable repair pod that heals allies. Then there was Dom Trooper or Dome Trooper, which is a Gundam whose main weapon is a rocket launcher. The rocket launcher had a secondary action where you shoot a laser beam. It's pretty much like Reinhardt's ability, where you just run into enemies and pushing them, and dealing damage in the process. Dom also comes with motion detecting proximity mines and a support gun that can be used to give health boost to a single ally. The last Gundam I spent a decent amount of time with was the OG Gundam, generally referred to as just Gundam in the game, but for designation purposes, RX-782 Gundam being its full name. This Gundam is basically the median character in the game, as in it's not great at anything, it's not bad at anything, it's usable by good players, usable by new players. It's just like the jack of all trades, basic, character. It's like who anyone can play as, anyone can pick up and use, and they can hold their own in any fight, but also like be a little on the weaker side depending on how good another person is. The main weapon is a beam rifle, very good in mid-range gunfights, fires in a DMR-like style. The alt called Super Napalm is a throwable napalm grenade that explodes after a countdown, dealing massive damage over time. There's also a shield that does what a shield's supposed to do. It only blocks from the front, so your back is exposed. The last ability that I'll mention for him is basically a melee ability. You basically swing around a flail. Earlier in the video, I mentioned the spawn trapping being a very easy and common thing in this game. It's a big issue I noticed in my short time playing. One of my first 3 games, my team was spawn trapped. Not the best introduction for a new player to a video game is being spawn trapped. Then a few games later, I was on a team that had the other team spawn trapped, which is what you're seeing in the gameplay at this moment. You're seeing me and my teammates who I'm playing with randoms, I'm solo queuing, and casual and we're spawn trapping. Another flaw of this game is the game will cancel out if someone quits before the round starts. This isn't really a bad thing if you're playing like a ranked game, but for casual quick play, it's silly and annoying, gets a little frustrating. Just throw a solo queue player into the game. You don't have to like cancel the entire game out for casual because of one person left. Having to be booted back to the main menu and then re-queue in the game with a low player base kind of sucks because you could have a long queue time. With that, because of spawn trapping and people now wanting to face the lock behind paywall or grind wall characters, people are quitting often mid-game. Whenever someone sees like, oh, someone's playing this character or that character on the other team, they just leave. Overall, I think this game is okay. It's not terrible, but it's also not memorable. Like, this isn't a game where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go play another game of this. It's good enough to entertain you, but it's not good enough to like draw you back towards it if you decide to stop playing it. You only really care about playing this game if you're a Gundam fan that just won't play Overwatch. If you're neither a Gundam fan or Overwatch fan, there is nothing this game offers to draw you in. Literally, just like, I can't say anything that would draw someone who's not a fan of either of those two things to the game. Which brings you to how grinding the game is. You would have to be really dedicated to this game to unlock even one locked Gundam. Remember back with Battlefront 2 and like how long it took you to like max out Darth Vader? That's what it's like in this game. It will take you so many hours to unlock one Gundam to where basically you have to, if you want to like realistically get any of the locked Gundams, you have to spend money. So a casual player or once in a while player will never be able to even unlock one Gundam in this game unless they decide to open their wallet. What I will say is this game really made me wish there was more Gundam games. A Gundam action RPG with updated graphics and a good story would be amazing. A co-op Gundam or MMO Gundam would be amazing. Even something as simple as a Gundam game like Xenoverse or the other Dragon Ball Z games where you play through the arcs of the anime, and that'd be pretty freaking cool. Having that in a modern game would be nice to experience. I like Gundam. I'm not like a massive fanboy of Gundam, but I do like Gundam. I have friends who are Gundam fans who collect Gunpla and things like that. And so they would definitely spend money to play a Gundam game where they can make their own character and then play through an extensive story that does include some of the anime's characters. So with all of that, guys, as if this video, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. If you liked the video, you know what, hit the like. If you liked the video, hit the dislike. You know, it doesn't matter. Follow me on Twitch. Links be just lots below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all stay safe. You become one of them. Be your boy Nubis. I'm out of here. Deuces.